Welcome to the Wake Up Call series. 1 month, 4 videos, step-by-step follow-along solutions to get your together, reassess your entire life, snap out of it, level up, and finally live life on your own terms. And disclaimer, if you're looking to solve your entire life, existence, goal, purpose in one video, then just walk away, girl, because this is not going to happen today. And if anyone is telling you that, then you wouldn't even go 1% deep enough to create sustainable change and habits. Hence why this is broken down into 4 videos. Anyways, today we're going to talk about how to wake up from autopilot and start living your life more intentionally. What is autopilot? What does it look like? Signs you might be stuck in it. And most importantly, how living intentionally can completely change your life trajectory in a matter of months. So many people sleepwalk through their lives. It used to be me, and no offense, but it's probably you right now. But the good news is that throughout this series, I'm going to give you actionable steps to wake the up. Let's go. So what does autopilot looks like? Well, we're talking about the same rinse and repeat daily routine that bore you to death, maybe unfulfilling job, just doing the same thing every day without really thinking about it. You wake up, you go to work, come back, maybe hit the gym, and just like do it all over again the next day. For some people, it can look a little bit less obvious, like, you have a bustling social life, always laughing, always out and about. But when you sit in silence for 15 minutes,
which I guess you hate doing,
well, you realize that you're not at all where you want to be in life, and you're not even headed that way. You're just going through the motions without even realizing it. I'm getting triggered just talking about it. For me, it was definitely the latter. Always partying, always hanging with friends, always out and about. Just, keeping the ball rolling and hoping for the best, hoping whatever I deserve would somehow just knock on my door. And the thing is that it's so easy to get comfortable in autopilot, right? Being like, I guess that's just the way life is. Or my personal favorite, c'est la vie. Or just maybe even leaving it up to the universe, God, or any higher power to just show you the way, show you the opportunities. But girl, you don't even know what you're looking for. So how do you expect to be able to notice those things? You are in the driver's seat. And right now, by the look of it, you and me just chatting right now, it looks like you're lost in the countryside with no GPS. Okay, but let's rewind. How do you even know if you're in autopilot? Does time seem to fly by and you're not even sure what you did yesterday? Does every day kind of blend together into a meh blur? Where am I? Are you living for the weekend or your next vacation to feel alive again? And when you briefly introspect, if ever at all, do you feel anxious and comparing a lot? If you're feeling this way, don't worry, very common, obviously, but you don't have to stay there. That's when intentional living comes in. Okay, but what is intentional living? It's truly just living with purpose. And I don't mean having a purpose that's holier than thou, saving the world from hunger or something like that. I literally just mean making conscious decisions when it comes to where you spend your time, where you focus your energies, and truly just aligning your actions with what really matters to you. And guess what? You don't have to overhaul your entire life tomorrow. It's all about making small choices, small decisions that are gonna shift you from reacting to life to creating it. Just imagine what your life could be like if every action, every step you were taking was aligned with a bigger goal, a clearer direction. Just imagine how fast you would get everything you want in life, how fast you would get there. And yes, if you don't know what those goals are, what this direction is, we'll definitely touch on that in the next videos. Don't try to go faster than the music, like we say in French. This is not what we're doing right now. This is just not it. This is not where we start this process. So,
patience, my child.
Step 1, start paying attention. So first things first, before we can change anything, we need to wake up. You can't fix what you don't notice, right? As simple as that. So the first step is awareness. Take just one day, today if you're watching this video in the morning, or tomorrow if you're watching it 11 p.m. and you should already be in bed. To observe how you're living. Don't try changing anything, just notice how much of your life is in autopilot. Do you scroll on your phone without even thinking about it? Have you opened Instagram before you even realized you did? Are you scrolling right now? What are you doing right now? How do you spend your commute? How do you move through your day? What do you do while you're waiting for your food to heat up in the microwave? What do you do when you get off work? So just take little notes throughout your day, and at the end of the day, just look at it and ask yourself, is this the life I want to be living? Is this the amount of time I want to spend on social media? Is this where I want to be headed? Is this like what I want to keep doing for the next 30 years? It's very simple, but that's where awareness begins. Step number 2, let's break that routine. So next, we're gonna break the autopilot cycle with what I like to call small disruptions. This isn't about flipping your entire world upside down. It's just one small little change that is gonna disrupt your routine. It could be as simple as taking a new route to work, sitting somewhere different at lunch, using a different app when you're on the toilet, or just narrating what you're doing for 10 minutes instead of just rushing through it. I actually do that a lot when I put my makeup on in the morning. I just pretend I'm in a Vogue interview and I'm like,
so I'm gonna put that concealer.
Like, literally, yeah. Anyways, anything to break the autopilot mode. Pick one thing and change it. You know what? Maybe today you're gonna eat your breakfast slowly and mindfully without scrolling or without grabbing it on the go. Not too crazy, not too crazy. But these tiny shifts will force your brain to wake up and be present, to make conscious decisions. Like you chose to sit down and eat your breakfast and be like, I actually don't think I like the taste of raspberries. Instead of just like, and I know right now eating your breakfast feels so disconnected to becoming a millionaire or whatever the fuck you want in life, but just trust the process. That is where intentional living starts. I remember for me when I started doing this little disruption thing, it's gonna sound very silly, but for me it was all about coffee. Like I usually just like drink it while I scroll or just like chug it before I have to leave because I'm late. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me grab my cup of coffee. Let me sit by my window, let me get all comfy, and let me just enjoy this hot cup of coffee. And it was like, wow, have I ever tasted coffee before? Like, what is even coffee? Literally, I was enjoying it in 4K, and it really had like a domino effect on how I approached the rest of that day. Step 3, the mindful pause. So now that you've started paying attention and you're disrupting your routine with small disruptions, I'm gonna give you a tool that you can use throughout the day to just reset when you feel like you're slipping into autopilot. So I know life gets really busy, like some days at work, I don't have time to stop and smell my croissant before I eat it, okay? What the is happening with the sun? So I had to close the blinds. So disregard the fact that this is looking like an entirely different video. Anyways, going back to not having time to snort croissant. So whenever you find yourself sliding right back into that autopilot, you know, scroll, drink, not a single thought in sight, I want you to try the mindful pause. And this is not so much about changing what you're currently doing because we got shit to do, we're at work, but it's more about bringing your attention back to what you are actually doing. A micro meditation that lasts literally seconds, if you will. And if you're like, I don't have time, I don't have 30 seconds to spare, then girl, we have bigger problems. Like, get off YouTube right now. Like, you have bigger problems in life. So it's really simple. Here's how it works. When you find yourself zoning out, doing your thing like a fucking zombie, just stop. Just like, for 30 seconds, literally like just shut the up for 30 seconds. Stop moving your fingers. Stop whatever the you're doing. If that's your thing, you can even close your eyes or take a deep breath, whatever floats your boat, but just stop. Stop it. And ask yourself, wait, who the was in control 2 seconds ago? Who was pulling the strings? Who was making you scroll for the second hour in a row? Was it you? Was it not you? It's like a quick checking, a quick mind reset. It's like, oh, wait, I don't want to be doing that actually. Like, just kidding, closing that app. Like, I actually don't want to be doing that. I don't know who made me do that, but I just decided I actually don't want to be doing that. The goal is simply to break that autopilot action and just bring yourself back to the moment where you can decide, do I want to continue to engage with this action, or do I actually have bigger fishes to fry? When you do this, you're giving your brain the chance to reset and bring back intentionality to whatever you're gonna choose to do next, which is putting your phone down and doing whatever the you said you were gonna do instead. Okay. It's just a powerful, very simple way to bring back awareness and control to your day without needing to just like change all of your habits or meditate for a full hour. Like, just, you know, baby steps. Let's recap. Today we talked about how to wake up from autopilot by doing those 3 things. First, start paying attention. Just notice where autopilot shows up in your life. Nothing crazy to do here. Second, introduce a small disruption. Break the routine with one intentional change. Literally just one thing. And third, practice the mindful pause as much as you like or need. Just whenever you feel yourself drifting back to those autopilot behaviors, just hit reset and bring yourself back to the present. And look, I know you want to jump straight to the big stuff, like life-changing moves, but if you rush, you're gonna burn out before you even see the finish line, or you're just gonna like make some change that's gonna last a minute and a half. Your brain has been doing her thing unbothered for quite some time now in her comfort zone, and we need to build up to the moment where she's gonna be able to be like, okay, I'm on board with this, let's stop around. And my ADHD hates that because I need that rush of dopamine where I just like change everything overnight. I have new life, new program, new routine, new habits, but you know how it is. It's temporary. The rush just like a blood sugar spike, and then you crash even worse than before. So let's not do that. Let's not. Like, this is it. This is the time the change is actually going to happen. We're sticking with it, okay? So slow down. Be patient with yourself. Don't judge your habits or routine, or if you spend 7 hours per day on TikTok, even though that's concerning, but I have definitely been there. Anyways, just truly observing, laying the lay of the land. I feel like there's an expression like that. Whatever this is, that's what we're doing. And in the next video, next week, we're gonna get even deeper. We're gonna be doing a step-by-step follow-along exercise to help you reassess what you want out of life, so that those new habits we're building together are gonna be laser focused on getting you exactly where you want to be. Okay, remember, waking up from autopilot is a gradual process. I cannot stress this enough. And if you cannot even commit to baby steps for a week, then your life is gonna stay exactly the same, and that's on you. Anyways, for everyone else, stay with me on this journey to realign your life and reach your goals, and we're gonna get it done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss the rest of this series, and I'll see you next time.